Hello, and thanks for joining us on another episode of Public Conscience. Welcome to the program. It is the anti-corruption program produced by the Progressive Impact Organization for Community Development, PRIMOG, with the support from the MacArthur Foundation. PRIMOG is a civil society group with a mandate to promote good governance, accountability, and participation in Nigeria. I'm Okiri Agbonsuremi, and as usual, my co-host Adaobi Obiabumo is right in here.
Thanks for joining us on the program. On Public Conscience on Radio, we seek to evolve a corruption-free society through the amplification of corruption stories reported by our partner media organizations and drawing citizens and government attention for democratic actions against it. We are supported by the MacArthur Foundation.
We also, on the program, collaborate with communities and other stakeholders, including the anti-corruption agencies, in the tracking of projects to prevent corruption and ensure the projects are executed and implemented in their original set out plans.
In our collaborative work with the ICPC, there was a call out for communities, town unions, and residents to track government projects in their domains to prevent corruption in the execution of the project. And today we shall be sharing the experiences of a community in Abuja that has decided to take the bull by the horn in ensuring that the road project leading to their community is done as set out and free of corruption.
The Peggy community in Kuje Area Council is a resettlement community with the determination to track, monitor, inspect, and follow up on the construction of a 14.7 kilometer road by the Federal Capital Territory Development Administration. This road is essential because it is the only link to the community from Kuje Township.
The 14.7 kilometer Peggy Dafara Road has found places in the FCT budget for over 4 years repeatedly, but each year the FCT moves the fund to other convenient project environments, and helplessly the residents have been sentenced to a deplorable earth road.
The Peggy community began to agitate and sought explanations in order to get the FCT to do something. The suspicion has been that the project, though in the successive budgets, has been used to make money available to government officials year in, year out.
PRIMOG held a meeting with the leaders of the community, and the efforts yielded results. A contractor has mobilized to site, but what exactly are the details of the pending construction work?
Those are the questions that the community have been asking. What is the cost of the project? They probably have that figure, but what exactly is the content, the size, the structure, the quality of the road that is to be constructed, and how long is it going to be? So they have also done something. They are working very hard. One of those communities that we are recommending their efforts to other communities, that when there's a project in your area, don't just sit down idle. It is not the minister, the president, the senator, or the House of Rep member that owns that project. It is your project. So if it is your project, you must know exactly what the project is like. That is what this community has decided to do by taking their steps, go all around. We'll be telling the details, and we'll allow them to tell the details by themselves. We have Isaac Aderebigbe, chairman of the Peggy Estate Community Development Association, and we also have Agba Chuks Martins, the legal advisor to the community. You are both welcome to the program this morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Agba, we want to specifically appreciate you for the good legal work you are doing for the community. We also know how costly legal work is, and we are told very, very well by the community that almost all of it you are doing pro bono. You are assisting your people who you think you should help, and that is why they are getting the kind of results that they are having. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you, Mr. Hira.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Adam.
Remember that you can follow us on our social media handles at official PRIMOG. PRIMOG is spelled PRIMORG, and we are streaming live on Facebook at official PRIMOG. You can also watch our videos on PRIMOG TV on YouTube channel.
And on our YouTube channel, please click to the subscribe button. It will enable you get reminders each time we have a new post to you. You'll be able to get it, and then you are also free to send us right now as you listen to us. Wherever you are, whether you are listening to us in Anambra State, in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, and its environment, or you are actually listening to us in Lagos or in Abuja, wherever you are listening to us, from Kaduna, from Nasarawa, because we have these broadcasts in all these areas, in different radio stations in these areas. If you are listening to us, you can send us a message on 090 22 65 6167. That is 090 22 65 6167. Remember that this is just messages only. You cannot call us on this number because we are not able to pick the number. You can send us WhatsApp messages and text messages on this number. Please begin to send your messages now if you are listening to us, because it can form part of our your own input into this program. We'll read them out and hear how you feel about your community, agitation, your concerns, what is happening to projects in your area, and if you also need our support to reach out to government, you want to contact the ICPC, we are available. You can send us messages and they will be able to follow you up on all of them.
Now let's get to our guest in the studio. Tell us about your community organizing and how it has helped to prevent corruption in government projects in your community.
Thank you very much. Peggy Community, the satellite town in Kuje Area Council, is a creation of the Federal Capital Territory Administration under the leadership of His Excellency Malam Nasir El Rufai in the year 2005. Inhabitants of Gwagwa, Idu, Karimu, and Aleita, while their houses were demolished, were relocated to Peggy Community, and they were promise made by the FCT administration for provision of infrastructure and creation of a better living for the residents who are being relocated there. And in the bid to decongest the city center, it was the idea of the FCT administration then to relocate these residents to Peggy Community. But unfortunately, the successive governments have not neither pay attention to the plight of residents there or to see to any way of elevating the welfare of residents of Peggy Community. In 2011, a contract was advertised and a tender was made and it was awarded to Mr. Veralin Nigeria Construction Company. In the year 2000,
since
2011.
Since 2011.
Since
That way,
2000.
we'll come back to the details. We'll come back to the details of the road itself. We actually wanted to find out from you how you have actually organized yourself. You know why we are asking you that question? Yes. We want other communities.
So in 2012, Peggy Estate Community Development Association was registered under the consensual leadership of Mr. Babatunde Oriola Wasiu, who was then the chairman, and thereafter a congress was called to dissolve the executive, and a caretaker committee was set up where I served as the assistant secretary, and the first election was conducted in the year 2019.
You are democratic.
Democratic in our process.
You are democratic. You are also legal. You are registered.
Yes.
So in order for you to be able to talk assertively to whoever you want to talk to.
Yes, sir.
So you communicate with the FCT administration or any government, the police or anybody you are working with officially.
Officially, sir. Yeah. Officially. So while we've been suffering or encountering issues bordering on security, and we also want to thank the platform you've availed us. Will not abuse the privilege, sir. We've had a previous engagement on AEDC, and which yielded a positive result. Of course, not the ultimate. We are still looking forward to that.
That was when we're talking about metering
and billing and all of those. Exactly, sir.
So many of your community members, as a result of that effort, were able to get
meters. There have been progressive improvements.
Exactly.
But with the FCT administration, we've been having engagements. We've written severally, and I want to especially appreciate the present leadership.
The minister.
Yes, the minister of the FCT, who have been responding to our requests and also authorizing the relevant departments responsible to our request. Peggy Community I would say it would have been a blessing to the FCT community, but unfortunately, due to what we are faced with. But in all, I think other community can emulate PEGI Community Development Association.
Okay, so from what you just said, it does appear that your community is organized, you're registered.
The most organized community in Nigeria.
Okay, what are the challenges of monitoring government projects in your community?
First, if the Nigerian police can act responsibly, from the Inspector General of Police down to the constable, it is our responsibility to help government or governance to work for the people. We, on the part of the FCT administration, of course, there are issues initially, but due to our determination, our focus, precision in what we want to achieve, the goal we set out to achieve for the people, they have been cooperating. But unfortunately, some unscrupulous elements among the Nigerian police in the rank and file have been aiding the contractor and other collaborators within the community. Of course, in every Judas, there must be a 12. There must be, in every 12, there must be a Judas. The Judases amongst in our community, as well as the mole within the executive, have been selling out our efforts. So in a bid to sabotage or frustrate our efforts, the Nigerian police also have been denying us access through intimidation.
Access to what?
To the site,
To the
the
site.
project site,
Of
with
course,
which
I
we are
remember-
the ultimate beneficiary.
I remember that last year when we ran an integrity icon program on a policeman who won
Yes.
the DPO.
CSP
Yes,
Francis
yes, Erabo.
Erabo, or Sage Erabo.
You actually asked that they should transfer the man to your place.
We requested.
Of course, that's Francis Erabo. Francis Erabo is the DPO, is a policeman who has been established not to have collected bribe from anybody since he joined the police in 30 years. So he won the Integrity Icon Award last year. I was celebrated, and PEGI community said they wanted him. They should please transfer him to your place. To the place. Well, let's talk about those challenges. Now,
Right.
there's always a challenge, most within, even community members who will not
course.
cooperate, policemen, and a lot of all those things that were happening. But how have you been? What is the greatest tool you have used to be able to overcome these challenges?
Determination, sincerity of purpose. My motivation to participate in community development started from in Lagos State. We are all aware that Lagos State is Center of Excellence, CDAs as they are referred to. But I decided, as I was growing, to take it further. We can champion the efforts of every community to develop equally, due to the intention of government in achieving this. Determination has helped us, and we are not. We don't want to compromise on our stand, because it was alleged that when we get to stardom, of course, we would abandon the cause and just leverage on the contacts we have made thus far. But these challenges, we've been able to overcome them because we stood our ground. I would want to appreciate residents who have been supporting us financially, morally, and spiritually, and partners.
You need that spiritual support a lot, because
yes.
some of the kidnappings that have been happening in that your community, at least two in recent times.
Two in recent times.
Yes.
I think about that, about the fourth since 2018.
Yes.
The first was on the 6th of December 2018.
So because people were afraid that place has just like a den of kidnappers.
It took God's
But
intervention.
the police, that's why you cannot also say the police have not been doing.
No, they've been doing their best.
Yeah.
We encourage them where they perform excellently within the conduct or the ethics of their establishment. But when they derail, definitely we should beat them back.
And tell them the truth. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Chooks, I'll direct this question to you. Let's talk about the 14.7 kilometer road project. How did you know that the project has been in the FCT budget over the years?
Thank you very, very much. The issue of the road awarded by the FCDA to Mrs. Veralin Nigeria Limited for the construction of this Peggy Dafa Road. Yes. It has been a recurring decimal. It has become something embarrassing, not only to residents but to also the FCT and administration.
Each year you are you are optimistic that somebody will come and do the work, and then they don't, because it's 2011.
Exactly. This contract was awarded particularly on the 21st of March 2011 for a contract sum of 676,463,262.30 kobo.
What do you think was happening?
The problem.
There's always the environment. They move the money to someone. What do you think was happening?
Yes. What happened from what we gathered was that the contractor was mobilized for about 15% of the contract sum, which amounted to about 110 million naira. Then 110 million naira was about $1 million.
Yeah.
Today the exchange rate is about $400 to $1 or more.
There's need to review that contract.
Or more. No. The issue is, if the contractor had mobilized to site at that time, he would have achieved more. He would have had cause for the FCT administration to mobilize him the more for him to continue with the work.
Did you get accurate information that this money was actually paid to him?
Yes. We did our findings. We didn't just sit down in our office and make this up.
So what did you find? If money, why did the contractor not come to site?
Well,
did you find why the contractor did not, after that mobilization, he didn't come to site? He just took the money and walked away?
What happened actually was that when the contract was awarded in 2011, the contractor did what they usually call the PR and all they did. That's not our business. You have been given a contract, you bid for a contract, and you are given a contract and you are mobilized with a sum of 110 million naira. What you did with the money, it's not a concern of residents. You are expected to work. If there are people that will lead you and you give them all the money, that's your business. If you should be able to report if there are persons that box you to a corner to ask for you to give them money.
But I will just take it to you.
All right, sir.
We should be concerned what they do with the money.
Exactly.
Yes.
We should be concerned what they do with the money.
Exactly.
If you are giving 110 million naira as a mobilization, the community and everyone should be concerned with it. I know that the kickback, the 10%, those who give the job, all of those money, in fact, some of them will tell you to pay upfront before they give you the papers for everything. We should be concerned that the contractor himself gets the full money, but nobody knows what he did to get that contract in the first place. The promises that he made, maybe he even has paid. He has even paid ahead of time before they gave him the paper. These are the areas that we should center our advocacy at.
Actually, I don't want to be bothered with how he got the contract or the upfront he paid to
whoever,
anybody.
Our concern is the road was awarded. There were
Getting
contracts getting the job done in the year 2013.
And he didn't deny that he received 110 million.
We are yet to have an official communication with the contractor. Actually, we are not a party to the contract agreement signed.
And your own is not to, it's just to get the job done.
Yes, it's just to get the job done, because the contract, the period for completion is 6 months.
6 months.
And this is
Completion period of
6 months.
This is
over a decade of resilience.
No, I'm sorry. The construction period was for 9 months.
For 9 months.
Yes, this is via a letter written to us by the STDD.
That's the Satellite Town Development Department.
On 16th of July 2020.
They confirmed that it was for 9 months.
For 9 months.
For 9 months.
Since 2011.
To 2011.
But we don't know the lunar months they are using. So 9 months they not have.
Actually, in 2013, when as a resident, when I moved in there in 2012, I had on one of the reality radio program, Bracket Family, where Peggy Road has been a recurring decimal frustrated in the budget. I took time, walked through Dafara, Gaube, Aziz, and I saw the damage this construction company has done to the community. After then, he absconded site. In 2016, he returned back to site. Of course, hope were high that our road will be constructed.
Yeah, that was when?
In 2016.
2016.
We have picture evidence of work done then. 6 months after he left the site again. So it has been through community effort on yearly basis. We tax ourselves, we told residents after agreeing at Congress to do the maintenance of the road. Thereafter, while we are communicating with the FCT administration, while I still want to thank this present leadership, they've given listening ears to our request whenever they are disposed to. But they have been very, very, very cooperative, sir.
We must commend the minister for that. What facts have you further gathered about the road project, and how did you get to the stage where you now have to invoke the FOI provisions? You have filed a Freedom of Information Act request to the FCT. How much of information have you further gathered, and why do you need more information, and what have you been told by the FCT? Maybe Mr. Chooks should take that. The
issue of the request we made to the FCTA was primarily because a lot of stories were flying around about how much was mobilized to the contractor, what he has done, what he is yet to do.
You wanted to
we wanted to be sure. Yeah, we wanted to be sure. You know, there's no need for us to continue thriving on rumors and hearsay. So we started to take the bull by the horn. My office, we had to write a letter under the FOI Act to the FCTA. That letter was dated 6th of May 2020.
Has he responded?
Normally, the FOI by the FOI Act, an applicant is supposed to get a response to his application in 7 days.
Yes, I think I know that. That's
7 days.
Yeah.
We did not get anything. It was at the time we had to take steps to return to the office of the Honorable Minister of State. And we understood that the Honorable Minister of State had actually meditated on the letter that it should be released to us immediately. The people in the office, the staff in the office, they sat on the application, and for several weeks, if you go there, they will give you reasons. It's COVID. They don't come to work Monday to Friday. They work only 2 nights.
Meanwhile, is the contractor on site?
The contractor. What happened was that the contractor, I don't know for what is based on to him, rushed to site sometime in May.
Actually, I want to take it from there. On the 7th of October, when we encountered another kidnap incident in 2019, the community staged a protest to the office of the Honorable Minister, the FCT administration. The Honorable Minister of State received us, and there we made mind-boggling revelation. And while the legal department has been frustrating over the years the revocation or determination of this
the
contract.
Was it your desire for the road to be revoked so that they can re-award it, or what were you asking for?
We just had to make that revelation. Of course, probably the bureaucrats, I call them the kleptomaniac bureaucrats, must have been feeding the leadership, the political leadership of the FCT with falsehood.
So where were these? What were these revelations that you made to the minister?
That the department and legal secretariat has been denying the necessary department that has recommended the determination of the contract.
Okay.
With the contractor having
absconded from site. In 2000,
so the minister, as it were, the political class, the minister and the Minister of State were not aware of this.
They were not aware.
So this department kept this to themselves.
To
filed on until you got to that place to tell the minister that look, this is what has been happening.
Yes. So on the 14th of October 2019, when the minister visited the community, it's on
the minister came to the community.
The Minister of State came to the community after the protest. She came to the community and promised that the contract will be revoked.
Okay.
The contract will be re-awarded. So we gave them a 3-month grace. While we are making our submission, then we told them that the ultimatum is by November, December. If there is no contractor on site, we will go on with our protest. So on the 20th of January 2020, we wrote a notice
to remind them
to a notice of protest. Yes. So the Kuje Area Council chairman at that point intervened. A meeting was facilitated. We were supposed to meet with the minister on the 6th of March, but unfortunately the meeting could not hold, and we met there and wrote an SOS
to the minister
requesting that the contract be revoked.
Because that was the promise that was made by...
That was made then. So I think...
Well, up till now, as we are talking, let us fast forward because of time.
Yes, sir.
Was the contract revoked?
At all.
Has the contractor come back to site?
Suddenly we saw the contractor on the 16th
Same
of...
contractor?
The same contractor. By the way, the name is Chief Sam...
Veralin.
Yeah, Veralin. Sam Egbe.
What's the current state of the road?
And they came on the 16th of May and started...
16th of May,
This May.
Yeah.
They returned back to site and we saw D7 machine. Earthworks started, and as we speak, about 900 meters or almost a kilometer of road
out of 14
was poorly done. Where I request Earth road, and it has been asphalt work has been done. Poorly done.
Just about a
by our assessment.
Do you have the details of what the quality of the road should be? The roads have grades.
Good.
All the roads have grades. Your FOI requests, did they ask for the details of the road content, the content of the road?
We specifically asked for the details of the contract, the terms of the road, the work, bit of quantity, the work that was supposed to be done on the road. We asked for this information. Now, by the letter just written to us by the FCDA on 16th of July.
You just got a letter to the response?
Yes, we were directed to the Legal Services Secretariat to get...
the same Legal Services Secretariat that
yes, exactly.
So we were directed to the Legal Services Secretariat to ask for CTCs of the contract papers. That it has been forwarded to them.
That?
We have done that.
Done that.
This is a copy of the letter. We have
done that. Have you?
We're asked to return back today.
We've written to them.
Yes, yeah, we're written to them demanding, rather asking for the said application to be...
They have not responded.
They asked me to come today anyway.
Okay,
come out. Yeah, to come back and pay for the CTCs and then have them given to us.
Okay, so when you have gotten them, we will now know what the contract, the details actually are, exactly. How much was possibly paid,
yes.
And how much the contractor has, been
mobilized.
That also answered the question as to whether the contract has been revoked as promised by the minister, exactly. And all the other issues. I think your experience at Peggy community is one that all the communities around should, all over all constituencies in Nigeria should actually do. I want to commend you for standing up for your, and most importantly for doing it democratically. First of all, you are registered. Secondly, you organize peaceful protests. And you are elected. You have a democratic way of running your association, and that is actually one. I think we will ask some communities who want to do it. We
want to encourage them to do it in a democratic, in a civil way.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a violent protest. Yeah. Even in writing to government, I think we should also refrain from frugal or profane expressions.
The essential part of this program is to give opportunity for you out there to be part of the program. Share with us your views. Please let us try and make it as smooth as possible. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you. Your name and where you are calling from.
Okay, my name is Alofa. I'm calling from Peggy.
That's good. Good to have somebody from Peggy here. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much for your intervention. And I want to thank the Honorable Chairman, Mr. Isaac, for the job. And for the good job he's doing there. Please help us appeal. It's an appeal to the FCT administration, especially the two honorable ministers. Why are they concentrating too much on the city center and are neglecting the satellite towns? Peggy community has been in existence for almost 15 to 17 years now. And they are opening up new areas, new communities in city centers, Guzape, and so on and so forth. Developing them, constructing roads. Then they neglected Peggy. It was designed to be the dream of FCT, the dream of Honorable Minister, former Minister of FCT, in person of Erufai. We are appealing to them. They should help us complete this project. It's becoming controversial because it has stayed for too long. We are not asking for FCT to revoke the contract. They should mobilize, release funds to this contractor and supervise him thoroughly that he does a good job. That is what we want.
Thank you so much. Hello.
My name is Israel. I'm calling from Peggy.
Oh, it's a Peggy day today.
I appreciate the program. I appreciate the organizers of the program and your humble self. And then straight to the point. I think it is important you help us to prevail on the authorities to, as a matter of urgency, let our leaders who are in the studio there have access to the details of this contract document so that we can follow line by line on what the contractor is doing or what he has done so far on whether he's keeping to with the contract.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
Please go ahead. Your name, where you are calling from?
My name is Isa Sunday.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. I want to make a contribution of Kaduna State. Can I do that?
Go ahead, please. Anywhere in Nigeria, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I want to talk about what is happening in Southern Kaduna State, sir.
Violence that is happening there.
Yes, sir.
You are going to talk about the violence that is happening in Kaduna State. Please restrict it to what the community can do to prevent the violence. We don't want politics about it, sir.
No, it's not a politics, sir.
Go ahead, please, because we want community organized. If there is peace in Kaduna State, it's only when there is peace that there will be development. So we're also interested in the peace there.
What I just want to say is a piece of advice. Let me say, it's possible. I think the federal government is supposed to arrange how they can be able to make a room to each state to have something like IG. I think if they can be able to do that, if, for example, I'm from Kaduna State, the other one is from Niger State, or the other one from other state. If they can be able to arrange them like that, I think it will be like a competition to them to know that, yes, this one is staying in Niger State. They can be able to do what is right.
Okay, that is community policing, actually, getting the police down to the level so that they have some measure of autonomy and they work well. Hello.
My name is Shegun. I'm calling from Peggy.
Okay, Shegun from Peggy. Peggy has taken over this program today. That is very good. It shows how well organized you are. Go ahead, please, Shegun.
So, I want to talk about that road.
Go ahead, please.
For many years now, we have been in that community without road. And when they now started the work now, if you look at that 1 kilometer they have just done now, about 2 or 3 places now, it has problem. They have to cut that place again and go and put another asphalt.
What you are saying is that even the 1 kilometer that has been done is already going bad.
I'm telling you, about 3 or 4 places now. So we want to appeal to the authority. They should just help us out. We are facing a lot of air in that road. Even immediately after that 1 kilometer now, before you get to Abuja 30 gate, you will hear when on that road.
Okay, let's not hear when. We are hoping that when your association gets the feedback from the FCT, now that the minister has actually directed that all the details be given to you, you will be able to know the quality of the road that was approved for you. Then you cannot take it up from there, because if you are, for instance, given a grade C road or a grade B road or a grade A road and you are seeing a grade F, you cannot begin to ask questions. I think that is actually how it's going to be. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, good morning. Thank you for joining us. And what's your name and where you are calling from?
Yes, my name is Shegun. I'm a resident of Peggy community, but I'm actually calling from Central Business District.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Please, we just want that road to be done. Let them help us look into it. As I speak with you, I'm going to the mechanic to fix my car that was bad on that road today. So any help, any assistance you can render, please let the government fix that road.
Thank you very much. We actually will want to have a lot of input from us. Hello, your name, where you are calling from?
Yeah, my name is Michael. I'm calling from Peggy, even though I'm right now in my area. I want to sincerely appreciate the gentlemen there, the chairman and the legal advisor. They've actually tried a lot for that community, and kudos to them. First and foremost, I'm part of this community, and as I'm talking to you, like the last caller said, is on his way to the mechanic. I'm equally on my way to the mechanic to get my car fixed. I'm not even bothered about the car right now. What about the lives of the community dwellers there? many a time people have, the kidnappers have come there to kidnap people, demand for ransom, and do these people really care about us? And what for us to have a contract one less than a kilometer road done poorly, bad portions, very bad portions. If you get there, the road that is not even up for 2 months.
Now, I think there's a need to actually intensify the effort to get the details of this contract, because that's actually where we will be interested to see if there's corruption inside it. If there's corruption inside it, the meaning is that if the contractor has a particular specification to do and he has not done it and the road is already failing within 2 months, then there's an...
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. Did you pass the Peggy Road today?
This is Mr. Abdul calling from Peggy.
Okay, Abdul, go ahead.
Thank you. I want to really appreciate the gentleman there, Mr. Taiwo, the chairman of Peggy community. At the same time, I want to also appreciate the crew members. So first and foremost, the Peggy issues have been on for quite a long time. So I just packed into this community early last year. The situation I met here is so terrible about the road. So the issue right now is this. 1 kilometer of the road has been done. Now the question is whether the old contractor, they award this road to continue the remaining 13-kilometer road, or they should give another contractor. Because right now we don't even know the fate of Kogi community right now. The road is just only 1 kilometer we have right now. What of the remaining 13 kilometers? That's the question we are asking. So we are appealing to the Honorable Minister. At least she was here last year and she promised us that at least in the next 1 year, everything will be sorted out. But right now, what we are seeing, I know that we have tried a lot, but the issue right now, the issue at hand right now is so terrible. Now, last 2 months, there is an incident of kidnapping in this community. About 3 or 4 people have been kidnapped this last 2 months here, because of the bad road.
Can we just plead with you to let us have another person to call it? Thank you so much for talking to us, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, because we have a lot of people wanting to call us, and we have a lot of messages on our.
There is a particular message from Prophet Ugokwe from Duse, Buhari, and he wants Primark to visit Buhari. There are lots of abandoned projects there.
I guess Mr. Adelubigbe will have advice for that community.
Well, at first, I want you to organize yourself as a community, get your community registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. And when I say you should get a consensus of every resident of the community, you should participate in the process of the Community Development Association. From there, we can also do consultancy to them.
All right. Oh, your name and where you are calling from?
Yes, my name is Tony. And I'm calling you right now from Lubebo. I reside in Peggy.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay, kudos to our chairman there and our legal advisor there. It's a wonderful job that is done there. Mr. Ohiria, I guess?
Correct.
Yes, Ohiria. We appreciate you also. It's Ohiria, this road, why you see that so many people are calling in is because we have been so much pained by the nature of this road for quite some years now. And we are so determined that whatever government is bringing for us, it got to be total. We must enjoy and have a full detail of everything government have agreed to do for us there. We are not going to allow anybody shortchange us. That's just why you see so many people are interested in that road. So anything less than that, we are still going to mobilize ourselves and continue to protest until we have what is due and what they have promised to give us. For Christ's sake, it's a very, very good settlement. So yeah, I know you have been there before. You understand that the settlement was in the vision of Erufai. It brought about that everybody don't need to be in the city. You can have a fairly good arranged settlement in a particular satellite town location with all amenities and infrastructure. But what have we got? Nothing. No infrastructure.
Thank you so much. Let's give opportunity. Hello.
Okay, my name is Lawrence and I'm calling from Peggy community. Could you?
Okay. Okay, go ahead. We are excited to have this kind of community mobilization this morning.
Okay, so what about my contribution here is that road, pertaining the road, the road they give us is not thick enough, and that road is substandard.
We haven't seen the details of the road yet. We don't even know whether it is a road just to be graded for you or to, until the community gets the details. You may not be able to conclude that what they are doing is not what the government wants to do. It may get to a point where we tell the FCT minister, this is not the road we are asking for. Because when you see the details of the contract, you will now know what kind of road was approved for you. I hope you get that.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. And we have to begin to think of wrapping up, and if you have more messages, we can take.
Now, I want to quickly ask Mr. Taiwo, ICPC flagged up the second phase of their tracking of community projects. Not just consistency project now, but also executive projects. I don't know if you have reached out to the ICPC?
We haven't. With I think when we get the contract document, that will further necessitate writing the next step, writing the ICPC officially to intervene.
Okay, I would also advise that you tag them on Twitter. You could just take pictures of the road and tag them on their Twitter handle at ICPC_PE.
Because the ICPC monitors all the projects, not just constituency projects. If you have doubts, but I agree with you, Mr. Adelebigwe, that maybe when you get the details of the contract, you now go to the ground to go and compare. Yes, then you'll now be able to know whether there's water passing under the bridge, whether the contractor has chopped all the money as we put it in Nigeria, we say it in Nigeria, or it's not doing the appropriate thing. But we must really thank you for being part of this program. I must commend the Peggy community for their organization, the way they have organized themselves, and they are a pointer to other communities that you can work together. You can get people who want to serve. There are people who want to serve in communities. Whether you are a civil servant, whether you are on your own, you are working for yourself, you can actually serve in the community that you are. Bring peace. After all, your children, your family members, they live in the neighborhood. So if you come together, you can actually achieve more. And government also respect those who are organized. And that is why the FCT administration is responding to the Peggy community. I want to commend the FCT minister, both of them, for the way they have carried on with the Peggy community, responding to their mails, even though they don't come in as fast as possible. And we also reach out to Madam Jumai Amodu, who we know will also help you to reach out to the relevant departments. Her office is very functional, and she's very effective. And we hope to also bring her on this program. She probably will come to this program with her colleagues to explain what has happened, particularly by the time we get the details of this contract. We will need to have them here so that we can discuss. And we are opening up the doors for you out there. In any way, anything you are doing at the community level, we are tracking corruption. We are looking at where corruption is or where it's smelling. Any sign of it, tell us. We will work with the ICPC. We will work with other relevant media houses, our partners, to dig in and find out what is happening. Our work with the Peggy community has been very result oriented. We have held meetings with them, encouraged them, and all they are doing, we are behind them so that they can get results. You too can do that. In any community that you are in, you can organize yourself.
I want to encourage you to visit the news page of our website, which is news.primorg.org, for all the details of our reports and interviews. And also visit our website, www.primorg.org, to get all the information about Primorg.
And Primorg is spelled Primorg, Primorg. At official Primorg is our social media handles on all of them, whether on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on LinkedIn. You can reach us in any of them. Follow us and be our friend. Let us share our ideas and drop your messages, photographs on our website. And if you want to get to ICPC, you are finding it very difficult, let us know. We'll send the messages to you. And we have given you the phone numbers just now. We'll repeat them, our own phone numbers to reach us.
0902 265 6167. And like I said earlier, you can also call ICPC to find out the project in your constituency on 0800 2255 4272. It's a 12-digit, not 11.
You want to take that again?
0800 2255 4272. 0800 call ICPC.
That's actually what the shortcut to it, and you'll be able to call ICPC. And if you're having difficulty, please drop a message for us. We appreciate Isaac Aderibigbe, chairman of the Peggy Estate Community Development Association, and Mr. Agba Chuks Martins, legal advisor to the community. And we have the secretary sitting all by himself here with us all, watching us and assisting the chairman to dish out. We want to also appreciate you, sir. Thank you,
Honorable Charles Onoze.
Yeah, Honorable Charles Onoze, for you have been keeping quiet and watching us. Thank you so much for allowing us to be part of you. Yeah, you want to have a last.
All right, I want to advise Nigerian youth to take up the development of their community and their country. Let us all wake up from our slumber. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Adabi, let's go.
Public Conscience is supported by John T. and Catherine D. MacArthur Foundation, committed to building a more just, verdant, and peaceful world. Get more information at macfound.org.
And join us again next week for another episode of Public Conscience. And remember to follow us on our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and go to our YouTube page, Primog TV, that's a YouTube channel, Primog TV, to watch all our videos. And you can also drop information through these channels so that we can respond to you. Adaobi, we have to go.
I am Adaobi Obiabomo.
So let's come back next week for another episode of Public Conscience, and we hope that you stay strong and away from the coronavirus. Remember that it is when you are alive that you can pursue development. Obey all the instructions from the government agencies, and let us stay healthy and safe from the violence that appear to be the order of the day in parts of Nigeria. My name is Okiri Agbonsuremi.